What's up, guys? This is going to be a random ramble about just different kinds of games related things. And I know it's been a while, but I just figured, hey, it's been a while. Why don't I just do a ranty talk about different games related things? Well, first thing, as everyone knows, Fallout 4 is right around the corner. That's a really cool thing. The not so cool thing is my CPU and motherboard, and basically the computer has not arrived yet, and it probably won't until Wednesday. And because of the complications involving ordering the thing, they might have gotten the name wrong and word it won't be delivered properly. And so let's hope that all works out. But yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it's great. Fall you can pre-order a preload Fallout 4 now, but I can't play that thing yet, not yet. And there's no point in preloading it on my laptop, which I still plan on using for travel and some work related stuff. But obviously, once the Godchild arrives, then that'll be taking over a lot of the work and certainly the gaming work. So if you don't know, yeah, you can preload Fallout 4, and I won't be able to play it until after I get my computer, and I could theoretically play it on this, but yeah, nuts. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I won't be after everyone else is playing it. I can play it on my computer, which I presume won't be entirely set up until Thursday or Friday. So painful wait in some ways, but it is what it is. But the positive thing about that, I've been checking out a lot of sort of Fallout 4 sites, which seem to have some decent information on builds and stuff. And there's a lot of choice. I mean, there are a lot of the questions that remain. How much stats by themselves, specials, are related to some single thing. I know that strength affects carry weight, and I would presume everything else just affects one thing. Like intelligence would affect, I don't know what exactly. Luck, maybe something else. I mean, specials are related to perks, but by themselves, what do the specials mean? I guess that's the question. And frankly speaking, I'm not sure, and I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. But character wise, I'll probably play a female just because I tend to do that for the first run if the option's available. I actually prefer the voice acting from Jack. I mean, from Mass Effect, obviously it's the same voice actress. So, but as far as the build, I don't know. First, I thought kind of mad scientist, stim pack, energy weapons, and I thought crazy melee, cannibalistic, fucking scarfing down super mutant flesh and whatever. So I don't really know. I guess I'll just decide spontaneously. I tend to do all or nothing builds anyway, so we'll see. Can't really decide there. Beyond that, just looking forward to playing that. But also, I don't know, depending on how fanatically I end up playing Fallout 4, I'm probably going to play again Skyrim because, yeah, having a new computer, and not just a new computer, pretty much the best you can have, it's going to be able to push the graphics just beyond what I had ever experienced. And that's particularly true of E&Bs, which I could just never could run, and consistent FPS and all of that, and just everything on max or ultra. That is something I'm looking forward to. And there are a bunch of new mods I want to play. Speaking of which, Ordinator versus Skyrim Redone. I've had a lot to do with Skyrim Redone. I used it for years basically, and I think I'm going to put that away for now in the future and try out Ordinator for a while for a number of reasons. It's simpler. It doesn't interfere with so much. Running in the past, running the reproc for everything was annoying. This is just kind of fits in with the other things better. It's more streamlined. It might be kind of less intense and less kind of all-encompassing, but whatever. I'm looking forward to doing something different, and I'll probably play a fair bit of Skyrim as well. Or I don't know. Maybe I'll love Fallout 4, then I just can't get away from it. I think once I start playing it, I'll be going MIA to a certain degree, and I won't be able to, apart from absolutely necessary work and what have you, won't be able to do much else, right? The way it is. But and I'm also looking forward to just testing. I'll probably just record some gameplay and upload it because I want to test what the 980 Ti slice can do when the GPU is used as a rendering mechanism. Because with Sony Vegas, you can render with a GPU, and it'll be a lot faster and what have you. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. It's just a waiting game right now, and I kind of always have a game that I'm playing, and then I can divide my time up between the game and whatever else I have to do, like work or heading out or errands. I don't have that at the moment, so I'm kind of just time confused as to what I do. I'm trying now, I'm doing some work, whatever, but it's just not entirely clear, in that regard. That's what I should be doing. But yeah, so yeah, that Fallout stuff. Really looking forward to it. Looks quite interesting, and I can't decide on a character, but we'll see. A discussion I was having not too long ago about sort of the whole console PC war. In some ways, I'm somewhat grateful to consoles because they slow down PC progress. It's true, but yeah, I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Anyone's heard of Moore's law about the limitations of technology and whatever, and that that eventually is going to hit. I'm not hardly an expert. I only know a little bit about it, but yeah, that's going to be potentially an issue. So hey, maybe consoles aren't a bad thing because yeah, they kind of keep things manageable price wise and what have you. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just waiting. It's fucking painful waiting for my new fucking PC to arrive. The monitor is here. The keyboard is here. The last thing, the piece of the puzzle, still not here. Driving me crazy. Because then I just feel like I just divide up my time better. How many hours do I need for proper work per day? Well, for me, that's probably not much more than 3 or 4, to be honest. And sometimes I can go entire days without. I mean, I don't really work more than 16 or 20 hours a week, so and maybe an hour for errands, so the rest of that, or maybe some sleep. I sleep like shit anyway. And apart from that, boom, everything else can be Fallout 4, at least for the not too distant future, right? Annoying, but I'm not going to complain about not having the thing. It'll arrive eventually, or if they got the names confused and fucked it up, maybe it won't arrive at all. But yeah. Then another thing I want to talk about was this. I mean, I think people have come to terms with the voice acting, the fact that the characters will be voice acted, and I think it's a good thing. I mean, people have to understand with role playing games in general, so much of the old school stuff basically came from pen and paper RPGs. So basically, the yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. The rules, the complex rules in particular, all that stuff. That's to do with the old school, and so a lot of the games that evolved from that, on PC in particular, came from that school of thought. And things have been streamlined. I mean, back in the day, a couple of years ago, when Skyrim came out, people were bitching and complaining about, oh, they've simplified things. And yeah, I mean, at the time, I kind of felt the pain. Oh, they don't have the Oblivion races and prefixed standing stones, whatever. But I didn't really consider that a huge issue ultimately. I was like, okay, that's the way it is. And besides, there are mods that can change that. So that doesn't really bother me that much. But there is a contingent of people who, they're just adamant, like, you can't have voice characters, whatever. Here's the thing. Voice characters are the present and the future. Now, the reason why is pretty simple. You can see a progression of basically of video games, particularly role-playing video games, and through the 90s and the 2000s, where especially more story-oriented ones, such as the BioWare games, which, despite being bad these days, are still story-oriented in theory. You can't, I mean, you didn't have a voiced protagonist for Dragon Age, but the NPCs were, all of them, pretty much voiced. And eventually just ended up with a voiced protagonist because people just felt that was more interactive or whatever. And some people disagreed with that. Some people thought, oh, well, voice character, that I can't, I need to put my own head and my own thoughts in the person. So having a dialogue is better because that means that, yeah, I can more sort of easily blend into the character and the setting. I don't know, but here's the thing. life throws curveballs at you. There's lots of shit that happens in life that ideally you wouldn't want. And I know that it's not related to video games, but it is. Bethesda says, look, we're going to have voice characters. And I just say, okay, certain things about that I don't like, other things I like it about that I do like. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. But I roll with the punches and I just go with the flow. Okay, the voice characters. That means I can listen to, like I said, Courtney Taylor, who, yeah, she's the sole survivor in Fallout 4, and she did Jack, and I think she's a really good voice actress. And that's going to be interesting and enjoyable experience, whatever. And so I just, for me, I just look at the positive aspects and the negatives. I don't know. I'm not someone who inserts himself into his character. I don't play myself. Even, certainly when I'm playing a female, when I play a male, I mean, I play guys actually are typically dark skinned, have lots of hair. And as you know, I have no hair on my head whatsoever. So I don't do that. And yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't really care. I go with the flow. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Voice characters are here to stay. I think that's pretty. That's pretty. That's just the way it is and the way it's going to be. When Bethesda took this step to implement voice actors, for the first time for the protagonist, well, matter of fact, this is probably the last and final step in some ways. It was their first step because when Bethesda says sandbox, we're going to have a voice character protagonist. Shit, got to go with it. From now on, everything's going to be voiced. Now, that got me thinking about just Skyrim, Skyrim and Elder Scrolls in general. That means the next Elder Scrolls that comes out, that's going to be crazy. I mean, think about the races. Let's count. We got Khajiit, we got Argonians, so that's two. We got Orcs, or rather, so Orzamer, Bosmer, that's four. Altmer, 5. Dunmer, 6. Then we got Redguard, Nords, that's 8. Bretons, 9. We're talking about 10 races, so they're going to have 20 different. Well, who knows exactly? I suspect that what they're going to have voice actors for all the races, but all the humans are going to be pretty much, the same voice. The beast races will be different. Maybe they'll have different voices for the elves as well. I'm not really sure. Or maybe for the orcs, but this is setting a precedent for the future. So Bethesda games in the future, the next Elder Scrolls, will almost certainly be a voice characters. I don't really, doesn't really bother me one way or another, and it's easy for me to move on with that and go with the flow. It's the way life works. You gotta make lemonade out of bitter lemons and all that jazz. So, but yeah. But one thing I've noticed as well is I can't remember a game that has received this much anticipation, frankly speaking, as Fallout 4. I mean, every whole channel is devoted just to discussions about 2-minute trailers or whatever. It's pretty impressive. So let's hope it lives up to the reputation. I'm thinking, I'm going to go with a kind of high endurance melee, eating the flesh of the dead kind of character. Really something disgusting. Maybe you can actually show the blood on your face as you consume cannibalistically flesh. The other thing a lot of you probably know about by now is that BioWare, apparently, I looked at it, released a kind of like a promo prelude trailer to Andromeda, and they have Jennifer Hale saying, this is farewell, blah blah blah, and there's this thing I think called arc theory, and that was the idea that these people were kind of sent off into the Andromeda Quadrant or galaxy to escape the Reapers, and that's their story or something. Who knows? But it seems legit. It just didn't really tell you a whole lot. I mean, you got to picture of a ship, and it had a name, and I don't remember the name, and some other stuff. But that's a long way away. I could be dead, could be insult, could be homeless. We could all be dead. The world could end. So projection for Mass Effect Andromeda, I think, is the beginning of 2017. So who the hell knows what's going to happen until then? I don't know. That said, it kind of made you curious for sure. But anyway, on that note, I don't really have that much else to say. Like I said, I think I probably will be uploading some footage of me playing Fallout, just kind of random footage, Fallout 4, just to see how it runs on the new rig and how the quality, upload quality, and all that. And eventually, I'd like to do a Let's Play. I have no idea what game though. I just don't know. I'm not very good at Let's Plays, and so who knows? Maybe I'll try to figure it out later. But definitely private time is required first. Doing a Let's Play on a game, a blind Let's Play, is a bad idea in my opinion. It's better to have a game that you know at least a little bit than just kind of, oh, what's this, what's that. Day one LPs are great if you're a big channel because you're already going to attract a lot of people, but if you're just fumbling around, it doesn't really make much sense. So, anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have to say, and on this series of issues, and yeah, so I guess I'll check you out next time, probably if and when I have the new computer, if it actually arrives intact. So, everyone, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll check you guys out at a later date, and yeah, everyone enjoy Fallout 4. It should be pretty good, and yeah, if you figure out some decent builds, feel free to post a message. Take care.